Sylvester Stallone, a name synonymous with grit, determination, and box office gold. His journey from a struggling actor living on the brink of poverty to one of Hollywood's highest-paid stars is nothing short of extraordinary. Stallone's career has spanned decades, giving us some of the most iconic characters in film history. From the scrappy underdog Rocky Balboa to the unstoppable action hero John Rambo. But here's a question you might not have thought about. How much money did Stallone actually make for each of these roles? The answer is as fascinating as the man himself. Stallone's paychecks tell a story of perseverance, risk-taking, and smart business decisions that turned him into a multimillionaire with an estimated net worth of over $400 million. From earning a modest $23,000 for his breakout role in Rocky, to commanding tens of millions for blockbusters like Rambo and The Expendables, Stallone's rise to stardom is a lesson in knowing your worth and never giving up. But what's even more impressive is how Stallone didn't just rely on his acting skills. He understood the power of profit-sharing deals and creative control long before they became standard for A-list actors. Let's dive into Stallone's paychecks over the years and uncover the secrets behind his incredible success. Every Hollywood legend starts somewhere, and Stallone's beginnings were anything but glamorous. In the early 1970s, he was just another struggling actor trying to make it in the big leagues. He auditioned relentlessly, but couldn't land any significant roles. To make ends meet, he took on odd jobs, including cleaning lion cages at the Central Park Zoo. Stallone has often described this time in his life as desperate. He was so broke that he had just $106 in his bank account and was forced to sell his beloved dog, Butkus, for $50 because he couldn't afford to feed him. But Stallone wasn't just an actor, he was a storyteller. After watching a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner, Stallone was inspired to write a script. In just 3 days, he hammered out the story of Rocky Balboa, a down-on-his-luck boxer who gets a shot at greatness. The script was pure gold, and Hollywood studios wanted it. But there was a catch: they didn't want Stallone to star in the film. Studios preferred established names like Robert Redford or Burt Reynolds for the lead role. Here's where Stallone made a bold move that changed his life forever. He refused to sell the script unless he could star in the movie. It was a huge gamble, one that could have left him with nothing. But Stallone stood his ground, and eventually the studio agreed. His paycheck for writing and starring in Rocky, a modest $23,000. At first glance, it might not seem like much. But Rocky went on to gross over $225 million at the box office and win 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Stallone had hit the jackpot, not just financially, but creatively. He didn't just become a star overnight, he became a symbol of resilience and hope. With Rocky's massive success, Stallone had officially arrived in Hollywood. But the story didn't end there. Rocky became a franchise, and Stallone's paychecks grew exponentially with each sequel. For Rocky II, 1979, Stallone earned $75,000, a significant jump from his initial $23,000 payday. The sequel was another hit, grossing over $200 million worldwide. By the time Rocky III came around in 1982, Stallone was earning $3.5 million up front. The film, featuring Mr. T as the iconic antagonist Clubber Lang, raked in over $270 million globally. Then came Rocky IV, 1985, where Stallone not only took home $12 million up front, but also negotiated a percentage of the box office gross. The movie made over $300 million worldwide, making this deal a financial windfall for Stallone. At this point, Stallone wasn't just an actor, he was a franchise mogul. The Rocky series wasn't just about boxing, it was about the underdog spirit that resonated with audiences across generations. Stallone's ability to connect with viewers wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. He understood that sequels were more than just movies. They were opportunities to build an enduring brand. If Rocky introduced Stallone to the world, Rambo solidified his status as an action icon. In 1982, Stallone starred as John Rambo in First Blood, a gripping tale of a Vietnam War veteran pushed to the edge. The movie was a box office hit, earning $125 million globally, and Stallone pocketed a $7 million paycheck for his role. But the success of First Blood was just the beginning. The Rambo franchise quickly became one of the defining action series of the 1980s, and Stallone's paychecks reflected its growing popularity. For Rambo: First Blood Part 2, 1985, Stallone earned $14 million, doubling his salary from the first film. The sequel grossed a staggering $300 million worldwide, cementing Rambo's place as a cultural phenomenon. By the time Rambo 3, 1988 rolled around, Stallone was commanding $16 million up front, making him one of the highest-paid actors of the decade. Like Rocky, Rambo wasn't just a series of movies, it was a brand. From action figures to video games, Stallone capitalized on every aspect of the franchise. He wasn't just starring in blockbusters, he was creating cultural icons. As Stallone entered the 1990s, he was firmly established as one of Hollywood's top earners. His action-packed roles continued to bring in big paychecks, and his ability to draw audiences remained unmatched. In 1993, Stallone starred in Cliffhanger, a high-altitude thriller that showcased his versatility as an action star. For this film, he earned $15 million. The movie grossed over $255 million worldwide, proving Stallone's box office appeal was as strong as ever. That same year, he earned another $15 million for Demolition Man, a sci-fi action film co-starring Wesley Snipes and Sandra Bullock. The movie's unique blend of action and satire made it a fan favorite, and it performed well at the box office, earning $159 million globally. But not every project was a hit. Stallone's attempt at comedy with Stop, or My Mom Will Shoot, 1992, earned him $3.5 million, but the film was a critical and commercial flop. Similarly, Judge Dredd, 1995, which paid Stallone $15 million, failed to kick off a successful franchise despite its ambitious production. Stallone's career didn't just shape his own financial trajectory, it influenced Hollywood as a whole. His insistence on creative control and profit-sharing deals set a precedent for other A-list actors. Today, stars like Tom Cruise, Robert Downey Jr., and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson follow similar strategies, ensuring they earn a percentage of a film's success rather than just a flat salary. Stallone was ahead of his time in understanding the power of intellectual property. He didn't just star in movies, he created franchises. By writing, directing, and producing many of his films, Stallone ensured he had a stake in their long-term success. This approach has made him one of the most financially savvy actors in Hollywood history. Today, Stallone continues to be a force in the entertainment industry. Whether he's starring in new action films, voicing characters in animated movies, or producing behind the scenes, he shows no signs of slowing down. His career is a testament to perseverance, adaptability, and knowing your worth. So what's the biggest takeaway from Stallone's journey? It's that success doesn't happen overnight. From his humble beginnings cleaning lion cages to commanding $20 million paychecks, Stallone's story is one of grit and determination. His ability to reinvent himself, take risks, and capitalize on his strengths has made him a legend in Hollywood and beyond. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Sylvester Stallone's paychecks and career, let us know in the comments. What's your favorite Sylvester Stallone movie?